So you know when you get to that part of adulthood where you have days off from work, obviously, and you schedule things that you need to do on those days off as well as relaxing, obviously. And then something comes up and you're just like, okay, that's fine, so I'll just reschedule for that, and then do that and do that. And then you're just like, wait a minute, I can't do that and that, I need to do that before that so I can do that. And then it just goes into utter chaos and you're just like, why did I ever want to be an adult? Welcome back to Goldilocks Original. I am Rose, as you should know by now, or if you don't, hello, I am Rose and welcome back, and today is a reaction video, woo! So today is just going to be a fun video for me to do, and also really interesting because as you can probably tell from the title of this video, I'm going to be reacting to Taylor Swift's Fearless album, Taylor's version obviously. And some people, I know I'm going to get a lot of hate when I say this, but I've actually never listened to Taylor's older albums, and I don't think I will at the moment because I think there's a Masters situation going on with it, and I think a lot of her albums are owned by, I'm going to say, a douchebag. But yeah, I probably won't listen to them until Taylor has redone them herself now, as she's done with this album obviously, which is why I'm reacting to it and listening to it for the first time. But yes, I've never fully listened to Taylor's older albums, including Fearless. I've heard random songs from it. Obviously I think the one song I definitely have heard of is Love Story. To give a brief overview of why I've never actually listened to Taylor's older albums is because until in recent years, I've never actually been a fan of Taylor Swift, which I know I'm going to get a lot of hate in the comments if anyone actually pays attention to this video. But yeah, in the past, I never liked Taylor Swift. Some of them were personal, some of them were petty, and then some... What I mean is, some reasons why I didn't like Taylor Swift, I went on that tangent not really saying what I meant, but some reasons that I didn't like Taylor Swift, some were personal, some were petty, and then some, the main reason why I didn't like her in the past is because everyone else liked her basically, and I was just like, I ain't following the crowd guys, I'm gonna do my own thing. And then there were other reasons, there was personal and then there was just petty stuff. Like, the one petty reason that I didn't like Taylor Swift was because at the time I was a big Demi Lovato fan, and to be honest with you, I'm kind of still a big fan of her now, but back then when I was about, when I really got into Demi Lovato, when was that? God, it feels like ages ago, but it's probably around like when I was 17 to like 20, yeah, and obviously if you've been living under a rock, which I clearly have when it comes to Taylor's old albums, Demi is not a big fan of Taylor, so I was on Team Demi, and so I didn't like Taylor. So there was that reason as well, and there was other personal reasons that, you know, as you grow up, you realise, okay, but that's not Taylor's fault. And I think one of the recent reasons that I've begun to like Taylor is just, I relate to her on a lot of levels now as a fully grown adult now. At 26. I am 26, aren't I? Yeah, I am. Like, I have to think about it then. But yes, as a fully grown adult woman, I now look at Taylor and I look at how petty my reasons were that I didn't like her, and I'm just like, I'm just like to myself, I was really stupid. And to be honest with you, I do think I have a lot in common with Taylor Swift. Not that I am a famous world singer. I cannot sing to save my life, but I do think I'm things that she talks about passionately, especially in recent years when she's spoken up about against sexual assault and everything like that, like she's been through her own court case and that, I do really relate to her, and I relate to her struggles as a woman as well, especially as like a woman writer, because she writes her own songs, I write my own stories, you know, there's so many things that I relate to her on, and I loved watching her documentary on Netflix called Miss Americana, and then I loved watching the documentary about her where she was writing the Folklore album, which is my favourite album of all time, well, apart from Selena Gomez's Rare, which is another reason why I like Taylor Swift now, is because of friendship with Selena Gomez. That was actually the sort of the beginning of why I started to like Taylor. But yeah, I liked the little documentary she made of how she made the Folklore album, and it just made me even more love the album even more. And yeah, I'm a Swiftie now. Yeah. So that was my long rambling explanation of why I didn't like her in the past. There was other reasons why I didn't like her that I haven't mentioned, that I don't think really needs to be talked about because it's not really relevant anymore. Like, times have changed, I've changed, Taylor's changed, everyone's changed. If you do want to know what the other personal reasons are, just let me know and I'll see if I can find a way to articulately express that to you, because I haven't done a very good job of it so far, and I think it's because I haven't planned this this video as well, which is why my introduction has been a bit all over the place. Note to self, I need to plan a bit more. We'll go back to planning. I did plan the last two videos, but I thought since this was going to be a fun video, I was like, I won't plan, it's fine, and now I'm just like, I regret everything. So without further ado, I'm gonna be reacting to Taylor's version of Fearless, which I think, so I looked at some of the songs, and some of the songs I've never actually heard of, and I thought there was going to be a few on there that I was like, oh, I've heard that one, yeah, that's cool, and then, but I think there was only one song on there that I picked out that I knew, and that was Love Story, and I was just like, wow. I have really been living under a rock, haven't I? So yeah, I'm going to be reacting to the whole video, not the whole album. Through the editing process, I might cut some things out, or cut some songs out that didn't have a lot of weight or reaction to them. So if I did skip over a song that you love, I apologise. Probably because I didn't have much of a reaction, or I didn't have much thoughts on it. It's just to make this video as short as possible, because editing it is going to be very long. So it just makes my editing process a bit more easier. And as well as that, as I'm listening to the song, I'm actually going to be reading the lyrics at the same time to see if there's anything that jumps out with me as a writer to another writer. Because I know songwriting is definitely different from short stories or novel writing and everything like that, but one thing that I really learned through Taylor's documentary on Folklore, when she was writing the whole album and how she was expressing what she was trying to accomplish with each song, it really spoke to me as a writer, and I was like, I would really like to look at the lyrics as I'm listening to them in the future and actually see if I can pick out anything, see what I liked as a writer and what story she's trying to tell me. But yeah, I'm gonna stop now, and we're just gonna jump right into the reaction, so let's just get to that. Right, so I've got my laptop here. I'm just gonna get up the first lyrics song, which is Fearless. I know they display it on the videos, but I feel like they have images with the lyric videos, so I feel like that would be very distracting, so I'm just gonna have it separate lyrics somewhere else, so I can sort of listen to the song and also digest the words without any images distracting me, because I'm very easily distracted. And without further ado, let's just do it now. She's a country singer, wasn't she? So, okay.
We're driving down the road. It's better than this. You take my hand. It's fearless.
Right, that was Fearless. To be honest with you, I actually liked it, but I didn't like it. Well, everything about the song was great, but I think what most attracted me to the song overall was the tune. I was kind of like singing along, but I wasn't actually singing along because I was getting the words wrong, but I was more singing along to the tune. And it wasn't like, it felt upbeat, but it wasn't like an upbeat that's in your face. First of all, I love this song, but like upbeat, like Shake It Off, like that's really like pump, pump, pump. Whereas this one's kind of like, it's upbeat, but it's kind of like a kind, gentle upbeat. And I was more attracted to that than I was the lyrics overall. The lyrics was great. When I was reading along, I was just like, oh, okay. And like what I think Taylor does so brilliantly is the imagery that she's able to do in so few words. And I think that's what her greatest talent is just creating this image in you, in your head, with so little words. And I think that's really good of her. That's genius of her, really. And the lyrics were great, but I think the thing I was more attracted to was the tune. I really liked that because like she was country singing, wasn't she? And I think this Fearless album goes back to her country roots, country singer roots. So yeah, I really liked it. Like overall, I'm gonna tally all the songs, and I would give this song a 5 out of 5, just because I think it was more the tune that won me over the most, and the lyrics were great as well, but I think I just liked the tune of it. It was just so like nice. So I'm gonna give that a 5 out of 5. I feel like if I give anything below 5 out of 5, I'm just gonna get like a lot of hate. I'm kind of scared to give anything below a 5 out of 5, but we shall see where this album takes me for the next hour or so. Let's see if we can just dive right into the next song. The next song is 15. I was once 15. I don't know why I said that. I think I'm just really nervous because I don't know how much attention this video will be gaining from me reacting to the first time to this album, since some of these songs I've never heard before. So I think I'm just nervous about saying the wrong thing and getting a ton of hate. Yeah, if I seem a little bit like words aren't really agreeing with me, it's just I'm nervous. But anyway, I'm gonna power through. I'm gonna get onto the next song, which is 15, and let's just jump right into that song. 15. True. I think we all knew a girl named Abigail at one point in our lives. Me and Taylor have had very different experiences in life. That's nice. I like that one. Yeah, that's right. That was 15. I liked it. Like, I didn't love it. I think it's because partly because I'm not 15 anymore. But I think we all knew back then, we thought we knew everything and we wanted to fall in love, especially when we're at school, because you want to have that childhood sweetheart dream. I think we all had that kind of dream, and some people do have that with someone, but obviously it doesn't work out for everyone. And I think, but halfway through, I think I mentioned, me and Taylor have totally different school experiences. Like your very first date. I didn't have my very first date until after I was out of school. So yeah, and Also, if I was going on a date at 15, he wouldn't have a car because we weren't allowed to drive back then. We were only allowed to drive it when we were 17. So I think, what's the age limit of driving? I swear someone said to me it was 14, but I don't think it's 14, is it? I don't know. I think it's because people in America have more automatic cars and we have manual ones. So yeah, but I think the things that saved this song for me was like the lyrical lines of, when all you wanted was to be wanted, wish you can go back and tell yourself what you know now. I loved that part just because I think that speaks true to everyone, not just girls but guys too, and I think that's all that we ever really want, is to be wanted just for who we are. And especially when you're at that age where you just want to, when you're a kid and you just want like adventures and love and friends, you know, that's all you really want. When you get into when you become an adult, you kind of like realise you just, you know how to surround yourself with people who actually do want you instead of people who want you because of a certain thing. And then another lyrical line that saved it for me was, I found time can heal almost anything, and you might just find out who you're supposed to be. I didn't know who I was supposed to be at 15. I liked that as well because that is very true, and I don't think we find out who we really are, because we do figure out here and there, but who we are, it fluctuates and it changes over time, and so there is no solid stamp of who you were or who you are. It's always constantly changing. It makes me think of that Taylor Swift song, Look What You Made Me Do, and she has all her past selves lined up. Because you're so many different people at different stages of your life, so you could be this one person at one point of your life, but then you change into this other person at your life. So yeah, at the core you're still the same person, but you do change a little bit over time. So yeah, I think, oh god, I'm gonna get so much hate if so many people like this song. I'm gonna give the song a 3 out of 5 just because it wasn't really speaking to me as much as Fearless was. So yeah, I'm gonna give that a 3.5 out of 5. Please don't kill me. I'm just gonna go on to the next song now. Right, the next song is the song that I've heard before, Love Story. So I'm just gonna jump right into it. I think this really needs no big introduction.
My eyes and the flashback start. I'm standing there on the balcony in summer air. And I said, Romeo, take me somewhere. My daddy said, stay away from Juliet. She wrong. And I said, Romeo,
Okay, alright. I loved it, and I think it's so different reading the lyrics than it is that just to listen to this one, because you can actually see there's an actual story to this. Obviously she's playing on the story of Romeo and Juliet, but once again her imagery is brilliant. I can really see what she's trying to show, and I feel like it's a different take on Romeo and Juliet a little bit because it has a bit more of a happier ending than Romeo and Juliet. But yeah, I kind of love it because it's so freaking cheesy that you can't help but love it, if that makes sense. Like I remember when I was like, I think I was 15 actually. When I first heard this song, and I absolutely loved it then, and I think now as an adult I think I still love it because we all have that bit of the romantic side of us, and yeah, that really speaks to my romantic side, and I'm just like, I still love it. It's still, yeah, it's still a love story. So I'm actually going to give this song 5 out of 5 because it's really good, and I really liked how she's constructed this little story to have a happy ending in a way. So yeah, I love it still, so I'm just going to jump on to the next song. Right, the next song on the album is Hey Stephen, which is a song I definitely have never heard of. Honestly, these ads, I'm going to kill these ads in a minute. Okay, good start. Okay. Okay, so, once again, I think it was the same with the Fearless album. Not the Fearless, I mean the Fearless song. I really loved the tune of it, though the lyrics didn't get to me as much as the Fearless lyrics did as well. Like, I don't know. I don't think this was my favourite one. Like, it did have a good tune to it. It did have it, and lyrically it was really like nice and flowing. But I don't personally think this was like my song. Yeah, I'm gonna give this one a 4 out of 5 just because I really like the tune, like the background music to it. But the lyrics didn't really fully capture me in. Yeah, I'm gonna give this I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 just because the lyrics were nice and flowing, but didn't really fully capture me in. Unfortunately, it was mainly the song, the tune of it that captured me, and not really the lyrics this time. But yeah, it's still nice either way. But yeah, yeah, I think that's how I feel about it. Yeah, so I'm just going to go on to the next song, which is White Horse, which was sort of playing as I stopped listening to Hey Stephen. So hopefully this song will be a bit more my taste, so let's go for it. Alright.
I was a dreamer before you went and let me down.
Ooh.
Now it's too so sorry.
Don't apologise.
Oh.
Wow. I did not expect that. That was brilliant. And I think what I got from this song was it was dealing with heartbreak, but dealing with heartbreak in a gentle and loving way instead of the brutal heartbreak songs that we are kind of used to. Yeah, and I so felt this song because I think, well, I don't think, I know, I've been in a similar situation, unfortunately. I think every girl or man, if you want to, has been in a similar situation where we think it's this fairy tale story where, you know, it's meant to be, and especially if it's like a first love sort of thing, you're just like, this is what it's meant to be, this is me and him or me and her, this is meant to be. And unfortunately that ain't life, unfortunately. And I think she dealt with that in such a gentle way that really pulled on your heartstrings, but also just sort of had like this little peaceful moment, especially towards the end when she sort of changed up the lyrics towards the end, which I felt was very subtle but also very nice. And I think the lyric that got to me was, I was a dreamer before you went and let me down. And I think that's what that line's what struck me the most. I was like, I was a dreamer before you and went and let me down. And I think that's so, it's so devastating, but also very, this is reality. This is how this love has changed me. This is what heartbreak has done to me. But it feels kind of still peaceful. Like there's some peace behind this song. Like, yes, this really hurt me, but now I now realise what I want in life and what I want in a partner, and you ain't it. But does it in such a nice way, like, sorry boy, I don't want you anymore, you're not what I want, go find someone else please, next please. And I think the other thing that really got to me as well is like, I'm gonna find someone someday who might actually treat me well, and you are gonna find someone someday that's gonna treat you well, and I think we all need to keep that in mind whenever we go through a heartbreak, especially if it's like the first heartbreak, that we are going to find someone who won't let us down and who would actually be there. So yeah, that is White Horse, and I'm going to give that a 5 out of 5. I actually really liked that one, and I actually liked the background tune. It was all like so perfect, and I really liked it. So let's get on to the next song, which is going to be You Belong With Me. This song I definitely have heard of before, so let's get into it.
Get your humor like I do.
Ooh, that's
I'm
so
in
good.
my room, the captain, and I'm on the bleachers, dreaming about the day you belong with me.
Ooh, okay.
While since she brought you down, you say, oh, you better get down. You're waiting at your back door all this time. How could
Right, that one doesn't hold up to when I first heard it back in the day. I think it's because I'm an adult now, and I think one of the things that, like, it's really hard to explain, but my mentality right now, when I was reading the lyrics, I was like, oh dear, this is not looking good. And I still like the song, don't get me wrong, I think it was very, like, pumped up and very nice and everything, but when I was reading particular lyrics, I was like, oh no, no. And I think that what really got me about the song was the song comparing two other girls to each other. Like, oh, she wears high heels, I wear sneakers. So, yeah, back in the day, I think that kind of passed over my head, because I think I kind of had that, I think every girl has that kind of mentality, oh, she does this, I do that though, and then, you know, we kind of like put each other down a little bit. Like, I don't think she's intentionally putting down the girl who wears high heels, but she's, for me, that's like kind of essentially saying, the girl who wears high heels, that's not the girl for you, I wear sneakers, I'm the girl for you. And I'm just like, obviously there was other things in the lyrics as well, and I just don't like how she was like, how the lyrics was implying, oh, because she doesn't understand this about you, that means she isn't the one. And you know what, that could be true, but at the same time, we don't know what stage of their relationship that they are in, so they could still be getting to know each other, like this, she could still be figuring out how to make him laugh and everything like that. Like, I really don't like, and I don't like how it's like pinning two women against each other for this one guy. Like, it doesn't look that great. For people who actually love this song and everything like that, like, good on you. And I actually still do love this song in a way, like, it's very, like, when you get into the beat of it and everything like that, it's very tuney, but when you're actually reading the lyrics, especially with everything that's happened over the last couple of years with, like, the Me Too movement and, like, feminism and everything like that, I'm just reading the lyrics and I'm like, no. Like, I don't want to, like, if I was in that kind of position in the past where I was pinned against another woman for one guy's affections, and I'm looking back and I'm like, dude, why was I so stupid? Like, honestly, I think me and the girl just should have just said bye to the guy and just walked off and actually become friends ourselves, because honestly, no guy is worth having two girls hate each other because one of them has got that guy. And it's the same with men, actually. You know, if two men are, like, in love with the same girl, it's not worth it, mate. Just both of you walk away, alright? Like, just leave the girl alone and let's leave the boy alone and let's be friends ourselves. Like, I just really don't like this mentality of villainizing the person that they're with because they don't know how to make them laugh or they don't know their story as well as you do. Like, you know, they're still getting to know each other, girl. Like, you know, it takes time to fully know a person's whole life story, you know. So yeah, overall, I'm gonna give this song a 3.5, just because, yeah, just because of the lyrics, and I just don't like how it's girl against girl, girl versus girl, and I'm just like, no, no, we're not doing that, not here. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3 point out of 5. So let's get on to the next song.
My mind as I drive away.
Alright.
We change our minds.
Very true.
But it's without you, but I have to breathe. I can't breathe without you, but I have to breathe.
Alright. I loved that one. I don't think I can say much about that one, to be honest. I loved the tune to it. I loved the lyrics. Like, there wasn't like a hell of a lot imagery in there, but it didn't need a lot of imagery because it was more just speaking about emotion. And I felt like this was, again, about heartbreak, but more like I have to walk away. I have to walk away from this situation. So it might not even be like a relationship heartbreak. It could be like a friend or a family member. Like, I have to step away. I can't do this without you, but I have to. And I actually really loved this one. It was just so deep and well thought out, and I love the collab with it as well. I thought that went in very nicely. But I didn't even notice that she was there, to be honest, but I could hear it from time to time when they were doing, like, I think it was like the repeated verse, I can't breathe without you, but I have to. But I thought it was so elegant, to be honest, and I really did love it, so I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. I don't know why I said 5 point. I was like, wait a minute. But I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. I did actually really love this one, and I'm going to put it on my phone actually. It's actually really good. I definitely want to listen to it again. So, let's get on to the next song, because I don't really have much to say about that one other than it's just brilliant. Definitely 10 out of 10, well, 5 out of 5 in this regard. Okay. The tune is giving me hope.
I took a guitar, your attitude.
Ooh.
You could write a book on how to roll in sun.
Sorry, that just
perfect. Have to put down my dreams. So you're the only thing on my
I love it, but whoa. You don't want to know why. Right. That one was amazing. Like, it was very pumped up, but it was more like an angry pump, like annoying, like not angry, but annoying, like annoying pumped up, if that makes sense. Like, it was pumped up, but you can tell, like, it was annoyed. Like, if you get what I mean, like, it was frustration, like, oh my god, why are you doing this? And I think the lyrics that really got me, I'm gonna switch back the lyrics, go back. I think the lyrics that really got me was, why do you have to make me feel small so that you can feel whole inside? And why do you have to put down my dreams so you're the only thing on my mind? And that is Taylor Swift, Take a Bow. That was freaking brilliant. Like, oh my god, like, I did not know this. I have never heard this song, but I'm now wondering why I never heard this song before. I'm just like, how did I miss this song? This is amazing. I need to listen to it again. Like, as you can tell, this is a 5 out of 5 song. Like, oh my god. I have no words anymore. Like, this was brilliant. Why did I never listen to this song before? Right, I'm gonna get on to the next one now before I go into a whole rant of the whole lyrics because it was brilliant. Ooh, okay, we're having a slow depressing song. Good, like we've had two kind of, haven't? No, ignore me.
Come around.
Ooh.
I've been given. We fight again, but not this time around.
Oh.
You don't have to be last alone. And now you're asking.
That one was unexpected. Wow. I think the lyrics that hit me the most was, I've been giving out chances every time and all you do is let me down, and it's taken me this long, baby, but I figured you out. And then the other lyrics that got me was, this is the last straw, I don't want to hurt anymore. This song gets to me in a different way than it probably does for other people. I think this relates to a situation I've had in the past that was not romantic. I'm not going to go into too much details, but I've had to cut some people out of my life because it was just not a healthy situation on both sides. And it was the lyrics on here saying, don't want to hurt anymore. Like, I didn't want to hurt anymore, and I didn't want to hurt anyone else anymore. I didn't want to be hurt, and I didn't want to hurt anyone. And yeah, and I think Taylor is like really gone in deep with this song. Like, even though it was kind of like had like a pumped up sort of speedy tune to it, it was really deep. God damn it, Taylor. Nearly making me cry when I got makeup on. I was that close to crying, but I was just like, no, I'm not going to cry on camera. Yeah, I'm going to give that a 5 out of 5 because that was amazing. Did not expect that. Right. I'm just going to go on to the next song because if I talk anymore, I'm going to say something and I'm going to cry. So, the next song is The Way I Loved. Okay. Okay. Alright, first things first, Taylor, we've all been there. Yeah, I kind of know the kind of relationship she's talking about, and then comparing it to a relationship that you're in now, or starting a relationship with now, but you're like, oh, I really miss all like the intensity, the passion and everything like that, and you're just like, oh, that's kind of toxic. But I know what I think all girls, and maybe guys as well, can relate to that kind of relationship. But it didn't get me as much as the 3 previous songs that we've had now, that I've given 5 out of 5. So I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 4. Not because it wasn't good, because it was, but there was something about it that I just, like, I understood what she was trying to say, that's the thing, and I got it and I understood it, but it just didn't struck a nerve with me as much as the other previous songs, and I think that says a lot about me because some of the 3 previous songs were kind of had like a sad note to them. So I don't know what that says about me, but yeah, let's just get on to the next song before I decode my life. The next song is Forever and Always. Have I listened to this song before? I might have.
Loved me, were you just kidding? Cause it seems to me this
No, I haven't.
is breaking down.
I haven't listened to this song. that was Forever and Always, and I don't think I liked it. Like, it was alright, but I feel like the lyrics didn't go quite right with the tune. Yeah, it wasn't really my song. I was looking at the lyrics and I was just like, I'm not really feeling anything. If this is your favourite song, I'm so sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't really pay attention to it. Because I was just like, I don't like it. Sorry, Taylor. It wasn't my, I don't know what it was about it, but it just didn't seem, it just didn't seem like something that I would go out and listen to. Yeah, I'm gonna get so much hate now. The next song, I'm just gonna move on. I'm gonna move on to the next song, which is The Best Day. I realised I didn't give a score for the previous song, Forever and Always, but I give it a 3.5 out of 5. Sorry guys. It's clearly, I think the song's clearly about her parents, and mainly about her mother. And obviously I can feel the love that she has for both parents in this song, The Best Day. And yeah, I just like, I don't know why I'm going for all the heartbreak songs. But I actually do like this song, but I think for personal reasons I'm not in touch with it as much as I thought I would be. But it is a really good song and I really love the tune to it, so I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. I don't know why I keep saying point. I just think I'm just used to saying point. But I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 for that one. So yeah, let's get on to the next song, and the next song is